Okay, so the Boys in Blue DLC has finally been revealed in full. Dev Update 6 takes a deep dive into the upcoming DLC, outlining the heist, cosmetics, weapons, characters, solo mode, Twitch drops, and much more. So let's not waste any time and get straight into talking about the heist itself. The titular Boys in Blue heist, as you may expect, can be tackled in both loud and stealth. In stealth, we'll need to sneak into the police station, get to the evidence room via the captain's office, which as an aside, better have a donut in it or else I'll be very disappointed, and then locate a vault. But in loud, while we still need to find a vault, this time we'll be going in thick and fast, blowing holes into the walls of the police station and fighting our way in. At some point, seemingly using a tow truck to aid us during the heist. Now, I'd like to take a second to point out that one of the optional objectives is to steal the confidential police file. This is really exciting to me, as in a previous video I suggested that this would be an optional objective in the heist. It could have some narrative significance as well. I believe that these files will revolve around the potential owner of the gold we're stealing. Remember, we know that this gold was seized from a cash to gold establishment that is potentially tied to a statewide criminal organization, at the top of which could be a brand new character named O'Keefe Scale, the leader of the Crossroads gang. We've spoken about the seized gold and possible criminal organization, as well as the character of O'Keefe Scale in previous videos, both of which I'll leave linked in the description of this video. But on the topic of returning characters, we've got two familiar faces to talk about. The first of which being Vlad. He is going to be our contractor for the Boys in Blue heist, and we know this for two reasons. As we discussed yesterday, Dragon instructed Clover to get in contact with Vlad directly by leaving her an encoded message reading that Hirudin's caretaker is safe. Hirudin's caretaker obviously referring to Vlad himself. But slightly more concretely, during one of the gameplay segments for the upcoming heist in this dev update video, we hear Shade say that that's enough gold to make Vlad happy. Take a listen for yourself. So clearly Vlad will be our contractor. And of course, the second familiar face is that of Clover. Our first new heister is making her way into the game alongside the DLC for free. Clover spent the last 5 years in Ireland mentoring up-and-coming criminals to create her own crew of heisters, and doing for others what Hoxton once did for her. The blog post directly links to a story that Hoxton shares about Clover, where she stole a large shipment of weapons from him, and those weapons became her signature Queen's Wrath LMG. I mentioned this because we know about a shipment of Car 4s that are now Clover's new Queen's Revenge signature weapon, and this just makes so much sense. Obviously, as we know, Dragon was tracking down this shipment, so perhaps Clover never had any intention of paying for the weapons, and her stealing them from Gage's contact is what forced Dragon to have to expose himself and therefore go into hiding. I know that I've just explained that very quickly, but I intend to make a full story explanation video just before the Boys in Blue DLC drops, in order to outline everything going on with the narrative that we keep getting little hints of surrounding this DLC. And so now feels like the right time to remind you that if you aren't subscribed yet, now may be the right time to do so. We're entering an exciting time for Payday 3, and the growth on the channel has been incredible recently. As I said yesterday, Starbreeze are expanding their partner program, so let's make sure that we're on their radar. Each and every subscriber counts. But anyway, we'll learn more about Clover's story as we play, and of course, Clover isn't even close to the only piece of free content coming in this update. We're getting the brand new Blissbruta LMG, as well as Clover's custom Queen's Revenge Car 4 preset, the Hooded Haunt Victorious Warrior and Old Bob masks, and I should clarify, just like the free masks that were released alongside the Syntax Era DLC, these are likely fully customizable masks as well. On top of all of that, we're also getting 12 country flag stickers and the Shamrock Charm. But talking about paid content again for a moment, those of you who hold the gold and silver edition or are going to pick up the Boys in Blue DLC when it releases will also get access to the Tailor Pack, including these 4 outfits and masks. And of course, we're also getting 4 sets of gloves, though for some reason these haven't been shown off yet. I think these all look absolutely fantastic, and I really hope that the masks are customizable, just like the masks we've seen through the Mask of the Week system. It would only make sense to follow up the Tailor Pack with the Weapon Pack. We're getting 3 brand new weapons: the APK-7 SMG that we've seen through the Dragon Files ARG, an Assault Rifle or DMR G3. We've seen this type of weapon many times before in games, and I don't just want to assume that this one is or isn't fully automatic. And finally, a new revolver. It's seems like this one will be a much heavier hitting weapon and hopefully is always a one-shot headshot on most enemies without the need for the high grain armor penetration. I could see entire builds revolving around this weapon if that is the case, and I think that's a really exciting prospect. Something that really stood out to me from this dev update video was the very noticeable select fire switch on some of these weapons. So perhaps we'll be able to actually use the select fire function, though I'm not getting my hopes up. And finally, for the paid DLC, we'll be getting a little gold charm and a donut sticker. But we're nowhere near done with this update. There's still so much more to cover. Next up, Steam items. I've said before that I play Payday on console, so I'm not too familiar with how exactly these Steam items work or what they do, but they're coming. And on the topic of PC related information, DLSS is being added. From my understanding, this increases performance and on higher end GPUs uses AI to generate extra frames without sacrificing responsiveness. Again, PC gaming isn't really my thing, so I'm just assuming that those of you who do understand what DLSS is are happy about it. From my perspective, it sounds really positive. We're also getting Twitch drops. As of the release date of the Boys in Blue DLC pack, the following Twitch drops will become available. There's a mask, 2 mask patterns, a bacon charm, and some stickers, so make sure your Twitch account is connected and check out some Payday 3 streamers. As for Operation Medic Bag changes, loadout renaming is finally coming to the game, and will actually support special characters too. Last but certainly not least, the Boys in Blue update will see the launch of the solo mode, allowing you to play the game offline provided you're connected to the internet while you log in. This feature is in beta and was initially supposed to be exclusive to the Steam version, but thankfully it's coming to all platforms straight away. Remember, not only is this feature in beta, but it's also just step 1 of the offline mode. A full offline mode is coming in the future. The team are also updating their server infrastructure to improve the quality of matchmaking and online reliability. And that does it for now. That's pretty much everything of note from Payday 3's Dev Update 6. This was an absolutely fantastic Dev Update. I loved the tone of the video and of course everything they spoke about and announced within it. And as always, let's keep the conversation going in the comments section down below. What do you think of this dev update video? Are you excited for the Boys in Blue DLC to release, or are you still worried about the future of Payday 3? I know Almir said that we've got an exciting summer ahead of us and that is what we're going to be talking about tomorrow, but do you feel the same way? Is there a particular part of this update that you're most excited about, or is there a particular part that concerns you most? I'm always interested in hearing your thoughts, so please do let me know. And I just wanted to pass on a quick message to anybody on the Payday 3 team who might be watching this video. I'm going to go into slightly more depth about this tomorrow, but I just want to say thank you and well done. I think I can speak on behalf of the majority of the community in saying we know how hard you've all been working over the last few months, and even before that. Myself and many others are really excited to get our hands on everything you've been putting together. Yesterday I said that you could expect 3 videos from me over the next few days, and obviously this is video number 2, so join me tomorrow as we talk about the next few months of Payday 3 content that Almir touched on at the end of this dev update. And if you're interested in learning more about the story going on with the Dragon Files ARG, click the video on screen now and I'll see you in the next video.